Hi, welcome to Amy Toft Yoga. Ta-da! We have a guest, the lovely Elizabeth Toft, and we're filming from Ketchum, Idaho. Let's begin with silent sitting. We'll just begin to breathe into our diaphragm, east and west or to the sides, and then let that just gently come back together. Now we'll breathe east and west and south. So we'll send our breath to the sides and then down. And there's no need to force or work too hard at this. If you just think it, it will happen. And now we'll send our breath in a full circle. So east and west, south, and then north, or up high. It's amazing how just a little bit of deep breath can really calm our vagus nerve. Our vagus nerve helps us relax, helps our brain know that we're okay. And if you'd like to sit on your mat and breathe and calm your vagus nerve for 30 minutes, you can do that. Or if you'd like, let's gently come to hands and knees, just taking your time. Spread the fingers so wide, or if it feels better on your wrists, you could do some fists here. Let's prime our hand, just lift up the heel of the hand, and then the other hand, keeping all the fingers and the thumb pressing down. If you're on your wrist, you can prime just by gently twisting your biceps toward the front of the mat. Tuck your toes, pick up your knees, and slowly let your hips rise up in the air. Our first down dog of practice. So we can pedal the feet, press into the knuckles, come up on the toes and back down. And then just find a little moment of stillness. Look at your hands, spread your fingers, and twist them away from each other. Even though they're not moving, just think about twisting them to open up your arms. Let your hands walk back to your feet. Bend your knees as much as you like, and then bend them a lot. Let your elbows come up onto your knees into low skier pose. So hands pressed together in prayer. Look down at your mat. And now your feet, just like your hands when we twisted them away from each other, we're going to twist our feet, which will lift our arch and press out through the pinky toe. Lots to think about here. Shoulder blades together, but keep looking down. Check in with your feet. Keep pressing them apart. And then so slowly, using your strong feet and legs, rise up. Let your arms come up over your head. Spread your fingers wide. You're so tall. Amazing. And let your hands come down, and we'll just walk up to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. When we forward fold, our bum is still right in line with our heels, so it's like we're looking over a cliff and then letting our head come down. Then press the hands into the shins. Look forward, shoulder blades come together. And forward fold again. Hands down onto the mat. Step back with the right foot. And let the knee come down to the mat. Arms rise up. Vinyasa, you can look up. And then hands down. Tuck the back toe. Lift the knee. Step the back foot forward. Forward fold. Half lift. Forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Notice your feet, twist them away from each other. And hands can come to the heart and then to mountain. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold as though we're looking over a cliff. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Step back with the left leg. Left knee comes down. Arms can come up. Look up. Hands down to the mat. Tuck your back toe, pick up the knee. Look down. Just step your foot forward. Forward fold. Half lift. Forward fold. And rise all the way up. Hands to the heart and into mountain. Take a breath. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Step back with the right, followed by the left. Coming into plank. Sometimes it's nice to do the first plank on your knees, but you don't have to. And then just lower, keeping your elbows close all the way down to the ground. Inhale, press the tops of the feet, lift the head and shoulders, tiny little baby cobra. Exhale, look down, tuck the toes, hips high, downward facing dog. Lift the right leg. And then we're going to step the foot on the outside of the right hand. Good. And then plant the back foot down and rise up. Warrior one. Hands down. We're going to just pick up the back foot into standing split, but we're going to keep our back foot parallel. We're not going to raise it up high. Let the leg be parallel to the ground. Looking down. If you want, you can hold behind your ankle and pull your head a little closer. Keep your back foot level. Then, this is tricky, and we'll see how this goes. If you can, rise up and lift your knee. And if you need to set your foot down on the way, that's okay. Nice. We'll just set the foot down. Okay, let's do the other side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Step back with the left. Oops. Followed by the right. Come into plank. Hold it for a breath. Always find to be doing this from your knees. And then lower. Inhale, cobra, maybe a little higher than last time, maybe not. Exhale, tuck your toes, hips high, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, step it to the outside of the left hand. Plant your bottom foot and rise up for warrior one. Pressing into the outside of the back foot. Hands down. Pick up your back foot. We'll do standing splits on this leg. So the back leg is parallel. And you're just looking down. Maybe you hold behind the ankle and pull your head down. So Elizabeth, do you know how to say standing splits in Sanskrit?
No.
Well, it's funny. It's Urdhva Prasarita Eka Padasana.
Urdhva
Prasarita Eka
Eka
Padasana. Eka means one, Padasana means foot. So, okay, now, I was saying that to avoid standing up, but we'll just carefully stand up. If you need to use the couch on your way, you can. And then lift the knee, take a breath. Arms up, I like it. And then both feet down. Nice. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Step back with the right foot, followed by the left. Vinyasa here, you can always skip it. Go straight to down dog. We might be in up dog here, or we could still be in cobra. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg. Step the right foot forward and stay up on your back toe as you rise up to crescent. Arms up, look up, maybe sink a little lower. Now, take hold of your left wrist with your right hand and side bend to the right. Come on back up. Hands down to the mat. Step up with your back foot. Look forward, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Forward fold Uttanasana. Inhale all the way up. Tadasana, mountain. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Hands down to the mat. Step back with the left, followed by the right. Shift forward, lower halfway or all the way. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Lift the left leg. Step it forward. Outside your hand or up to your hand. And stay up on the back toe. Rise up, crescent. Now take hold of your right wrist with your left hand, side bend to the left. Come on back up, hands down to the mat, step your back foot forward, look forward, forward fold, rise up. Okay, so let's come to the middle of our mat and we'll do a really fun little balance flow. So, I forgot Oh yeah. Okay. So we're gonna do floating tree. So shift the weight into your right foot. Pick up your left foot, but instead of setting the foot on your leg, just let it float. Hands can come to the heart, or they can come on up. And now take that left foot, cross it behind the right, and just touch your toes down. Arms come up, palms can touch, or take hold of the left wrist. We're going to side bend to the right. Dancing Krishna. Come on back up. Come back to floating tree. Still floating with your left foot. Then cross it over your right knee and sink down into standing pigeon or standing figure 4. If you like, you can bring your arms down. You can even touch the ground if you want. And then carefully, come on back up. Floating tree one more time. And then set the foot down. And now, instead of shaking it out like we often do, let's just feel that. Okay, press the weight into the left foot. Floating tree. Find your drishti, something to look at that's not moving. Usually I stare at the floor. Then cross the right foot behind, just touch the toe down. Arms up, take hold of the right wrist, and side bend. Dancing Krishna. Wait, it might not be Krishna. It is. Okay. Then come on back up, float your tree. Cross the ankle over the knee, and you could stay right here. Or you could bend your standing knee, begin to sink down. Even stretch your hands down toward the mat if you like. Totally optional. Always different, one side is harder than the other. And then come on back up. Float your tree one more time. Set the foot down. So we're going to make our way down to the floor with a little ab work. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Step back to downward facing dog. We're going to flow between down dog and plank. So shift forward. Make your plank so strong and firm. Arms straight. Biceps going right between that L. And then shift back to down dog. Very slowly. Slow is engaging all our muscles. And then just slide back and forth. And come up on your toes when you're in plank, and press your heels down in down dog. The next time you're in down dog, just stay there, and I'm gonna walk my feet just an inch closer to my hands. Then pick up the right leg, shoot it out behind you, and then bring your right knee to your right elbow, outside. Then stretch it on back. One more time. Hold it. Stretch it on back. Set the foot down. Left leg up. Left knee to the outside of the left elbow. Stretch it up. again. Stretch it up. One more time and we'll hold it. Stretch it on back up. Foot down. Take a breath. Look at your hands and bring your right knee behind your right wrist. Stretch your other leg long. We're coming into pigeon. You can lift up, look up, and then forward fold. Hands down to the mat. Thank you. I used to love to put my head on the mat in pigeon, but I've learned that that's very hard on this front knee. So now I just put my head on a block. And if I didn't have a block, I would just be looking down at the ground here.
But totally up to you. You know I can't see you.
And then press your hands down into the mat. Walk up, look up. Tuck the back toe, and when I do that, I scoop my toe forward a little bit. Press your hands down, and you can either come back to down dog by way of three-legged dog, or just step back to down dog. Your choice. Take a breath. Then bring the left knee right behind the left wrist. Stretch the right foot out, press the top of the foot down, and look up. Shift on down. Find your pigeon. If you do have something that's really nice to rest your head. And that something could be your fists stacked on top of each other. And then lift your head if you're ready. Stay in pigeon longer if you love it. I love it. And then up on the fingers. Tuck the back toe. Walk it forward a bit. Then either three-legged dog or straight to down dog. This is our last down dog, so let's make it really good, really strong. Long and strong. And then softly let your knees come down to the mat. I'm just going to get sideways so you can see, but you can stay where you are. Okay, so come up on your tall knees. We're going to do camel Ustrasana. So I like to have my toes tucked for camel, but you don't have to. You can have the top of your feet on the ground if you like. So for camel, you can do it two ways. You can do it many ways, but both ways we just want to make sure we're squeezing our glutes. So maybe you reach back and take hold of your heels and look up. Heart opener. Or maybe you flow your camel so one hand reaches up and the other hand goes to your heel and you stretch back, and then the other hand, and just flow this yourself. Taking your time, making sure you're squeezing your glutes, especially on the way back up. When you feel even, come on back down to child's pose. Spread your knees, tuck your toes. Let your head go down. Sometimes it's nice to flip your palms up in child's pose. And then sometimes I put my hands in prayer and behind my head. Feel that in the triceps. And then stay there longer if you'd like, or come on up. We're going to make our way to our belly. Coming into Sphinx, pressing hands down into the mat, pressing the tops of your feet so hard that your kneecaps lift. And letting your ears be away from your shoulders. Bring your hands under your shoulders, press back to your knees. And if you want to be fancy, you can cross your feet behind you and roll over, or you can roll your feet around yourself. But we're going to come to a seated pose. Maybe scoot up a little bit so we can both. Okay, thanks. Okay, from here, we're going to stretch our feet out wide and flex them. Then take your right hand and your right elbow and either set it down on the mat or on your leg. And left arm comes up and over like a rainbow towards your toe. And then maybe you can touch your toe like Elizabeth, that's awesome. Maybe you're just looking up under your arm, but you know what? Your body does not know the difference. You're getting all the benefits from this, whether you can touch your toe or not. Keep both feet really flexed. And then using your strong left arm and all your muscles, rise up. Put that left arm down on the mat. And right arm comes up and over. Looking up under your arm, touching your toe or not. One more breath. Using your strong right arm and all your strong core muscles, come on back up. And put your hands in front of you, and we'll walk our hands in front of us like little spiders. Just far, far, far out. And then you could stay here pressing your palms into the mat, or you could bring your forearms down. We're still flexing our feet. And just relax our head. And press into your palms. Drag your hands back to you over the mat. And we're going to make our way to our back, but let's get sideways so they can see us. So you put your head here and I'll put my head here. Okay. So make your way down on your back. Let your elbows come down first. Just be super gentle with yourself. You can come further. Well, it's fine. Take a breath. And then cross your legs like we did when we were in figure 4. So left ankle comes to the right knee and arms straight out to a T. Yeah, or we can hold hands. And then, so flex that foot that's sitting on your knee and just using your strong core, slowly, slowly take it over to the right. And your head can look to the left. I see the mountain. Doesn't matter if your foot touches the ground or not, it's all good. This is called Twisted Root, and I love it. And you're using all your muscles. Lift your knee back up. Stretch your left leg up in the air. Circle the ankle one way and the other. Set that foot down. Cross the right over the left. Flex the right foot. Press your knee away from you, just with your muscles, not with your hands. And then let the foot and the knee drift over to the left. I'm on that little step.
Oh no.
It's okay. And then your head can drift to the right. And just slowly let the knee come back up, noticing all the muscles you're using to do that. Stretch up the leg, circle the ankle one way and then the other. And now, yogi's choice, you can have both legs up in the air and do a little massage on your face, or you could find happy baby. So your choice. Elizabeth is showing happy baby, and I'm showing, if you're doing the muscles on your face, you can go around your cheekbones and around your eyes. Especially great to just gently massage your temples. It's really lovely to get a massage, but it's also nice to massage yourself because you know how the pressure feels and if you want more or less. And then whatever you're doing, you can keep doing that. You can slowly make your way to Shavasana. So maybe Shavasana has your knees bent, maybe you're on one side. Maybe you stretch your legs out, let your feet drift apart, tuck your shoulder blades. Shavasana is where our bodies are soaking up the good things that we did. We're remembering our lovely, long, round breath with our diaphragm. Shavasana. Enjoy. You can stay where you are as long as you like. Or if you feel ready to move, you could deepen your breath. Wiggle the fingers and toes. Circle the wrists and the ankles. Full body stretch could feel good. And then just slowly make your way to one side. Take a couple breaths there. Taking your time, your eyes could still be closed. Just come to a comfortable seat. Just take a breath. Tumare bhajana rama kopave jamana jamana ke dukkha bisarave. Let's bring our hands to our heart, bow our heads, take a few breaths of gratitude for our amazing bodies. Let's praise them for what they tried to do and not be impatient if they didn't do something the way we thought in our mind it should go. Thank you for practicing with us today. Namaste.
Namaste.
I'm still going to do the bowl.